Welcome back to the channel, guys. I've got something super special for you all. We've got two different type of cornbreads today. We've got a jalapeno cornbread baked, and then we did a southern fried cornbread. The only two cornbread recipes you'll ever need. I'm not even gonna have to eat dinner, I'm just gonna eat cornbread. Alright, to get started on this cornbread, I've got the oven preheated to 450. I've got my Dutch oven in there preheating along with it. So to make this batter, we're going to start off with 2 eggs. I'll give these a quick little whisk just to kind of break them up. I'm going to go in with about a half a cup of regular milk. And then got I got a whole cup of buttermilk. Give that a little stir. Next I'm going to go in with my sugar. And then I've got a cup of medium ground cornmeal. You can go fine ground. You can use pretty much whatever you want to here. This is just kind of what I had on hand. Sorry, a cup and a half of cornmeal. And then I've got 1 cup of flour. I've got 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, about a tablespoon of salt, and then about 1/8 of a tablespoon of cayenne pepper. And then I have some jalapenos that I diced up and kind of lightly sauteed. Our jalapenos this year are super hot. We're just going to get this mixed and incorporated. And lastly, we're going to go in with 2 tablespoons of butter that have been melted. And this is really going to change the texture and the color of this batter. It's going to make it super duper glossy. Alright, our batter's done. So I'm going to grab this cast iron pan real quick. Alright, so this is super hot. And so we're going to go in with about 6 tablespoons of butter in here and let it melt real quick. This melted butter is going to give it a nice little caramely crust on the outside. So we can go in with our batter now. So I'm going to put this back in the oven. We're going to lower the temperature down to 375. We're going to bake this for 20-25 minutes. Alright, it's time to work on this second cornbread. I haven't made fried cornbread in a long time, so we're just gonna hope and wish, I guess. My grandmother is amazing at it, and we used to have this lady who would make it for Thanksgiving for us as well, but I want to do this the best that I can. So in here I've got about a half a cup of white enriched corn flour, cornmeal. And then I got some of that medium ground cornmeal that we used earlier, and then I've got about 1/3 of a cup of flour. Flour is really just there to kind of help bind everything together. I got about a teaspoon of salt that I'm going to go in with it, and then I've got about a teaspoon of baking powder. Whisk all this up. So we're looking for kind of a runnier batter here, a little bit runnier than what a pancake batter will be. So we're just going to slowly add water until we kind of get to that spot. I'm going to start off with about a half a cup. Go on with a little more. That looks pretty good to me. So over here I've got an eye on. In a cast iron pan I've got somewhere between 1/2 inch and 1 inch of oil preheating, and I'm going to go set up over here, and then when the oil is up to temp we'll start cooking. Okay, so I've got a spoon that's in some water. I've got my batter, and so we're going to see if it's ready yet. I'm going to let it get a little bit hotter. Okay, we're going to go in with just 1 whole and see how she goes. Yeah, I think we're hot enough. I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple more. So it should take a couple of minutes to fry for each one. We'll probably have to turn it halfway through. Kind of sticking to the bottom, so I'm gonna work them up. They don't look like my grandmother's, but they look good nonetheless. It's kind of the color I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna get these guys out. Okay, round 2. Any of you Captain D's fans will appreciate these little crunchy bits that are left over. Why don't y'all say we eat some cornbread? Whew! It's hot in here. I'm ready to try this cornbread. So let's start off with this jalapeno bread. Look at her. You can see some little jalapeno bites inside of it. The inside is moist. We got a nice little brown bottom. Kind of a subtle sweetness. Jalapenos really stand out. I told y'all that ours that we grew in the garden this year are super spicy. And if you've been with me long enough, you know I love sweet and spicy things. So now let's talk about the piece of resistance, this fried cornbread. This is a type of cornbread that we had growing up, and I just absolutely love it. May not be Dad approved because he likes it a little bit thinner than this, but I think the crunch is there, and he would appreciate that. Imagine on Thanksgiving, slipping up some of that gravy with this, you just can't beat it any day of the week. The crunch is so strong. Oh, give me a heart attack. Well, I want to thank you for stopping by today. Please go make this for your friends and family. They would super appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace. Man, oh man.
Cool.